All right, so Manel Kape just stopped the hype train that was Bruno Silva. That was kind of hard to watch, okay? Because I am not a professional fighter, but I have trained martial arts. And there was a time where I actually came across Bruno Silva. He came across my gym, and he seemed like he was a really genuine guy. He was very supportive over just everyday normal people going in and putting on gis and shin guards and doing what they needed to defend themselves. So, Bruno, if you're watching this, man, you were always really cool to me. So, seeing you lose in that fashion, it was hard, but you'll pick yourself back up. You'll get better. But seeing you, come as far as you have in the flyweights, it is, it's surreal saying, hey, that guy was always, rooting for me to get my life together in a time where, I really didn't have much going on in my life. And, I know that, this internet stuff is so small for me, but I do have things going on outside of the internet that are really the bulk of, my goals, too. I try to keep as much foot in the real world as the digital realm. So this is so small compared to some of the real life stuff that I keep separate from this channel. But I will say, Bruno, thank you very much, and you'll be back. But Manel Kape obviously put on a dominant performance. Is he ready for a title shot, though, like he's demanding? I mean, you just beat a guy that was ranked 12 who was on the come up, and you kind of gate-kept him. Maybe a Kape France fight would be there to help you, or fighting someone who's in the top 5 before you even think about going for a title. I think that's a little forced. Now, I know Steve Ersag got his shot at the title when his rank was relatively low, but he was making some very crazy waves in the sport. However, Manel Kape, I think what you should do, you got two options. If you really want to prove yourself for a title shot, gain some more momentum, the probably the one that's going to be the bigger statement, Kape France. That is going to be the fight that if you could beat Kai and get past Kai, I know Kai would be a serious favorite in that fight, but if you are able to upset that and take his place, congratulations, you are in for the title picture. Or a guy who just got an immediate title shot. This is a good marketing. Like, why did this guy get an immediate title shot? First fight in the UFC. You fought him twice before, and you even finished him in one of those times, okay? So you should have no problem smashing the trilogy and getting it taken care of if you go up against Kai Asakura and put a stamp on that. Ruin his UFC career. It sounds a little cruel, but if you destroy his UFC career before it has a chance to get off the ground, I don't know if Kai Asakura is willing to take a risk. I know he wants to win his next fight, so he's probably going to take an easier target. So fighting a guy who, has beat him before would probably be shaky unless he really just wants to bet it all. That would be the fight to go. And if you could beat either of those guys, I think that that's a good either on paper or marketability setup for getting your title shot. You beat Kape France, then Kape France is definitely one of those high-level gatekeepers. You've for sure earned it. Are you going to beat Alex Pantoja? I don't know. I think Alex Pantoja is like the man right now. But if you could beat Kai Asakura, you could learn to market yourself a little bit on the mic. Dana, why does this guy get an immediate title shot when I've already beaten him and I've been here putting in the work? Obviously, yeah. Leave out the parts that you've taken some losses, but I do think that you should be on the fast track to earning that spot to getting a flyweight shot. But I just don't think that calling for one and making so much noise and begging Dana White like you did is a good reflection. In fact, honestly, I think he should have dialed that down a little bit. I know he was probably a little jazzed up from his performance because it was very dominant. He showed just how fast he was, just how good of a striker he was. But it's easy to look good against Bruno Silva when you got guys like Kape France waiting for you. So we'll see. We'll see. I just don't think you're ready for a title shot yet. But I'm not going to say you can't get there. Peace out.